Hello and welcome if you're new, welcome back if you are not. It is not a weekend today. It's actually a Tuesday and it's the day that the builders are starting on the loft conversion. Today's gonna be a bit of a solo mission for Tom. I have a meeting at work and while they know that I work from the house sometimes, I'll be presenting most of it, and with the builders starting, I'm not sure how noisy it's going to be, so I'm gonna play it safe and stay here, and Tom will be heading out. He doesn't love being on camera, and he certainly doesn't like talking to the camera, so I appreciate that he's doing this so that I can continue to make these videos. Be nice, and I'll let him get started now.
We're Tom and Autumn. At the beginning of this year, we quit our jobs to work on our street food business full-time, and when we weren't working during the summer, planned to travel the world. We bought our tickets to India, packed up our house, and then I think we all know what happened next. With the repeated lockdown and the virus spreading across the world, we started to get the idea that we wouldn't be able to go anywhere soon, and decided to use our savings to buy a little house that needed a lot of work instead. This is our Victorian renovation story.
Today is going to be Tom Cam. There's no Autumn, unfortunately, so you're stuck with me. How does this focus work? Tap it. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. Today is the day that the builders are coming to the house. It's been a long time coming. This is going to be one of our major milestones. I think the first one was buying the house. Second was knocking down the wall between the living room and dining room. And now loft conversion, and once this is done we can finally move in. So yeah, very, very exciting. So the builders are coming. We're getting a crane in to carry up the beams, which will be quite cool to see. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure how much is going to get done today. I'm hoping all of it, but I'm sure that's not going to be the case. But it's really good. It's like middle of Feb. We've really lucked out with the weather for the next 2 weeks. There's no rain, which is great if you're a builder, because I think because it's not going to rain, they're more motivated to quickly get the job done before we get a classic British winter again. So we're taking your advice and we are removing the glass to see if we can either clean it or replace it. So we're just going around the sides with a saw, something sharp, just to remove the kind of silicone lining.
Very thin blade, just got to be careful not to damage any of the aluminium or the rubber seal.
That's the first one. Another 3 to go. I'm sure there's an easy way to do this, but we haven't got the right equipment. So thinking outside the box.
I think a wider chisel, a thin chisel or a paint scraper. Cut down probably a paint scraper, so that it's got a very thin blade, but you need a bit more leverage.
Like that looks it. Looks like it's coming off. Nice. So hopefully we can keep these beautiful windows that let in so much light.
Just got to try not to scratch the paint or damage the thing. Maybe a little chisel might work better.
But when we don't have a chisel, an old saw and a broken...
It's broken?
Oh, that's what it actually is. I thought it was like a broken screwdriver.
No, it's a lever thing. And then out comes the unit. So you need to measure the thickness, measure the size, see if we can get a new seal as well.
Lovely stuff. Let's get a like for Martin. So if you want to keep the original windows, do what we did. Just kind of remove the glass and replace.
You couldn't get rid of me for too long. We're back at the house. It's a couple of days later and we're just taking a look at the work that's been done so far. So exciting. The beams have now been installed for the loft conversion, and what this is doing is basically lowering our ceiling a little bit. So you can see one of the beams right above the window in the upstairs bedroom and the other beams just coming across. to bring that ceiling down about 150 mil to give that additional head height we're looking for.
So usually when you do a loft conversion, you don't lower the ceilings, you have to put the beams on top of the attic joists, but that loses a lot of precious head height. So what we've done is put the beams beneath the attic joists to get that maximum head height.
Nice. And on this beautiful sunny day, the builders are just removing the tiles from the back of the loft so that we can crack that baby open in a few days and get the dormer built. Just for context, in case you don't know, a dormer is where the back of the roof is built as a flat structure, and so you'll get full head height. I'll show you an example here. Here in very poor quality are two neighbours that have done the same thing. And the roof tiles are now off, just over here. And if you're scared of heights, you should be. The star has arrived. In an underground car park, stopped for lunch at our local Morrison's, and I cannot rave about this Morrison's enough. Look at this. Firstly, we have a disgusting meat eater eating his chicken fillet.
I'm hungry. It's Friday as well.
Disgusting. Okay, this one's not as exciting. It's a salad, but this Morrison's has like a food court effectively, and we got jacket potatoes, huge ones. Which one's this? For £2. Look at that. What was it? £2?
£2, yeah.
£2. So, unless you live near Canning Town, sorry, this part of the video has not benefited you at all, but just wanted to boast about how great our Morrison's is. So the builders have just left for the day and now they're gone. I just wanted to walk around, show you what's been done, and basically be able to show you a little bit more of what we're doing and why. So first thing is the roof is being lowered. So I explained this a couple of times, that our ceilings are being lowered so that we've got more head height in the loft. Basically, if we left the ceilings as they were, we'd be able to get probably about 2.05, 2.1 meter head height, which is absolutely fine. It's well within building regulations, but it does just give a little bit of a cramped feeling, particularly if you're like Tom and you're 6'4" tall. And given that that's going to be our bedroom and bathroom and dressing room, we thought it was very important both for us and then also for resale to make sure that it felt spacious and really make it feel like a third story rather than a little attic conversion. So you can see over here where the old joists were and where the new joists were, that's been lowered about 15 centimeters or the exact width of the beam. All that does is it means that we're adding exactly 15 centimeters on top. So we're taking it from the bedroom below and we're adding it on top here. The ceilings in the bedroom will still be 2.4 meters, so still more than high enough, super spacious, and it doesn't feel small at all. And it just means above we'll be getting a head height of 2.2, which is absolutely ideal for a loft conversion. Well, I mean, the higher the better, but for us, it's the best we were gonna get and we're very happy with that. Okay, so to give you a bit of an idea of what it's going to look like. Hopefully you can see this. I'm trying to give you some context. Right now, downstairs, this is that bigger bedroom. This is what will be the study. Here is our hallway, and in that room over there is the bathroom. Now, the exact same is going to be built upstairs. So just imagine this downstairs. The only difference is that bathroom is going to be a dressing room, but for anyone else, it could be another bedroom. And then our downstairs, the landing ends here, but with the upstairs, the landing is going to end about there, and then from there to there, and all of this area will be the master bedroom. Now, it's obviously going to have reduced head height from here all the way down to there, and then from the beam, that little triangle there will just be eave storage. So
It's not going to be as big, obviously, as kind of half of that bedroom all the way to here. There will be reduced head height, etc. But it's going to be a pretty good size, I think. And then with that little area here that we left out, that is going to be an ensuite coming off of this bedroom. So yeah, a couple of things here. Firstly, it means that we will have to go through our bedroom to get to the dressing room, which I know from a design perspective isn't ideal, but we really wanted the upstairs room to have an ensuite rather than, you know, having to go between the corridor. Or Tom, do you even think that's the best thing to do?
What?
Now I'm thinking maybe the entrance for the bathroom should be in the corridor, because otherwise it's a master suite, isn't it? As soon as you come upstairs, the bathroom...
Yeah, well, we can change it around, like...
Anyway, we'll have a think, but basically, bathroom, like a long and narrow bathroom here, a big master bedroom there, a dressing room over there. Where the door to the bathroom will go is to be decided, but that's the plan so far. All right, I think that's enough time playing it cool. It's actually really, really scary being up here, but I'm gonna leave it for this week. This is a loft progress so far. We're gonna give the builders a few days to get going, get all the joists up, and then the next loft video will be the roof coming off, which is super exciting. But before that, we're gonna get working on the garden, and there's a couple of other things that we need to wrap up. So I'll see you doing that next Wednesday. Have a brilliant week, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye. Tom, you're gonna have to help me get down.